This is World Comics Review, and this is Insects Are, or as I would call it if I was releasing this in English, The Day the Bugs Took Yokohama. So yeah, this is another kombini komi, or kind of cheap omnibus reprint of an old manga. And I got this near where I used to work, and in some kind of mixed book and, well, actually most second-hand bookshops in Japan sell comics too, but this was a mostly comic with some bookshop, and they had a kind of a sitting area to play what's it called, Yu-Gi-Oh and whatever other card games. And yeah, I actually went in there because they had some old Golgo 13 volumes, and I was looking for the one about the Falklands War, but I was looking through them and the woman who ran it was shouting something down the aisle at me, which was either "we're closing" or "this isn't a library." So I bought this on the way out to show there's no hard feelings. So let's get into it. The Day the Bugs Took Yokohama. We start off in 2008, and the JASDF spot a huge mutant bug over Yokohama. It's the Yokohama Landmark Tower. Jump forward to 2011, and yeah, these guys are the characters. I just have the characters' names here, so I don't have to bother introducing them with dialogue. They're going for a day out in Yokohama, and meet up with their friends. There's a exhibition of robotics on. Oh yeah, and if you've ever seen those online apps or things you can download for your phone that take a picture and take a photo and mangaify it, if you've ever wondered what an actual manga would be like if it was made using those apps, well, now you know. Just like really simply drawn characters stuck over photos that have been run through a filter. At least it was quick, I suppose. So yeah, this is Yokohama. There's the big wheel, the Hikawa Maru, which is the first peace boat, and the landmark towers here somewhere. This is the station, I think, in Yokohama. This is the shopping centre underneath the landmark tower. So they're going to this robotics exhibition, and there's Igos, not Igos, that's a car, whatever that is. I guess that's this one that's going to go to another planet. And a robotic insect. So then this mutated tentacle thingy, which has been made in some rudimentary 3D program that makes organic shapes and then mangaified through a Photoshop filter, is growing under the ocean. And yeah, a little kid thinks he sees another insect robot, but actually it's a real giant insect. Right, and then loads of them come running out. And disaster movie scenes, blah blah blah, skip a few pages. Oh yeah. How to make a collapsing building. Take a picture, mangaify it, and then just cut pieces out and randomly rearrange them. Look at this, they couldn't even be bothered to use the airbrush tool to put some dust in. So yeah, the giant flying ants attacking the big wheel. Dum-de-dum. Up in the observation gallery on top of the landmark tower. And this is what is in the elevator when it comes up. So yeah, guy starts fighting them off with bar stools. And having secured the upper stories of the landmark tower, they can watch the disaster unfold on this Photoshop filtered picture below. And here's the big growing tentacle growth thingy. Lots of swarming giant insects. This starts taking over the Yokohama port side, grabbing the big wheel. Here comes the ASDF with some tanks, the land self-defense force, and this near future technology with something on it. I think this is a special insect repelling ultrasonic device or something. It's supposed to have been developed since the Air Force saw that one bug. More tentacles erupt, they're going up the Hikawa Maru, blah blah blah. They're beginning to come up the tower. This kid is shooting a BB gun at the TV. Right, skip some pages to the copyright gods, I guess. How to make a plane crash, mangaify a stock picture of a plane and just cut it up and rearrange the pieces in Photoshop. Extremely gentle plane crash, then the bugs go in and start pulling the people out. Then it explodes in a generic First Google image search for Fireball. These weird plane sharps is some kind of giant insect fighting special force in the story, but we don't see much of those till the end. So yeah, they're people in the landmark tower working out how they can escape. These tentacles are growing up the side, hatching out giant insects. Some guy's drunk in a bar. So yeah, the tentacles are completely taken over the landmark tower, and the people have to go down the stairs to escape. The scientists are evaluating it. Here comes the mysterious giant insect fighting special forces to kill the bugs. The people up in the landmark tower decide to get down. Oh, they're shooting missiles too. Blowing up the tentacles and might blow up the tower inside. I didn't think there might be people inside, maybe. Blah blah. Right, so these people have to get down the stairs. Oh, here's some soldiers in the self-defense force. Yeah, going down the stairs. Here comes the bugs. And the tentacles smashing through the ceiling. They get into the insect-infested shopping centre. Yeah, this looks much safer than staying in the top of the tower. Yeah, fight their way through the shopping centre. Some people die. The government in Tokyo are debating what to do. Here's the growth of the tentacles through Yokohama. For people who don't know, Yokohama and Tokyo are basically joined together these days. Right, they're getting out into the streets, fight the bugs. Here comes the mysterious aircraft again. Dum da dum. And people get evacuated to... Oh, launching big missiles from the ground. That one looks a bit... That's a dud. Blowing up the tentacles on the tower. Where is it? Yeah, so the people get evacuated to a stadium. I must have missed that scene. So they're in a... Right, still fighting through the giant insects on the street. Here comes the tanks and these things. Blah 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 blah. They meet the self-defense force. More tentacles are growing. The self-defense force... Right, self-defense force go and capture some bugs for scientific analysis. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, the people end up in a stadium. These kids are borrowing soldiers' equipment to look cool. Right, the scientists are checking out the giant bugs. Those people are still in the stadium. Skip some pages. Oh right, hang on. So yeah, the cockroaches and spiders which live in the sewers are normal size. The giant ones decide to come through the sewers too, and apparently nobody thought about that. So they're sitting in the stadium when the giant bugs start smashing through the ground. Blah blah. The guy gets killed, and like sort of torrents of maggots that flow like water start devouring his body, and they start growing into more giant bugs. The landmark tower is still covered in tentacles. More bugs coming out the sewers, and so these people are about to be attacked, and they get rescued by these guys in mysterious armour, which are also the special top secret bug fighting special forces, I guess. And to be continued, except I haven't got the other volume, and I've never ever seen the other volume for sale. Oh yeah, this is a volume top or up. So in these combini, if the whole series can be turned into 2 or 3 volumes, sometimes they're not called 1, 2 and 3, they're called like top, middle and bottom. So this is the top volume, the first one. And yeah, I've never ever seen the other ones anywhere, so can't have been too popular. Well, that's it for today, and I'll be back with something another time.